Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leo Stoller. I'm the Executive Director of Americans for the Enforcement of Intellectual Property Rights. I'm talking to you this evening from Chicago, Illinois. And what we're going to discuss this evening are tips on how to protect your intellectual property rights. Trademarks, copyrights, patents, even a domain name. And how you can benefit from protecting your intellectual property. First of all, we have to talk about a trademark. A trademark is a source identifier. It identifies a particular source from all other sources so that you can develop a famous brand which will be associated with only your business, such as Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola. A patent is protection for an invention. A copyright is a reproduction of a poem, a magazine, a book, catalog sheet. You get copyright protection on the reproduction of the catalog sheet, so someone can't reproduce your catalog sheet or your book and then sell it to others. Now, you want to protect these properties from infringers, people who might otherwise not have intellectual property, but they want to trade off of your intellectual property, because it's cheaper for certain types of businesses to use other people's intellectual property than spend the money, time, and effort into creating their own. In addition, today, in the 21st century, intellectual property is the most valuable property there is. Intellectual property is worth much more than real property or even real estate. So if you have some intellectual property, and that means if you own a business, you have intellectual property whether you realize it or not, such as the name of your company. Even if you don't have it trademarked, it does identify you and it's valuable to you. After you take the time, file trademark applications and secure trademark registrations from the United States Patent and Trademark Office, or you file a patent application and on various claims you're successful and you're awarded a patent which protects your invention from infringers, and you take the time to copyright your book or your poem or the music you've written and you send it into the Copyright Office. These are valuable rights which need to be protected. Now, how do we protect those rights today? We protect those rights by being very vigilant and looking for infringers, because infringers are out there 24 hours a day, 24/7 infringing, just like terrorists are. Terrorists never rest, neither do infringers of intellectual property. The easiest way to detect infringers is for you, if you own a trademark, merely type that name into a search engine on the internet and a whole wealth of infringers will come up. Or you can go to the Patent and Trademark Office, uspto.gov site, type the name in, do a general search, and you'll find a wealth of infringers, unauthorized users who are attempting to register your mark for some other goods or services, or even your goods and services. Then what do? Well, after you locate the infringer, you want to contact them by sending them a cease and desist letter, informing them that they must stop the infringement unless they decide to become a licensee of yours, or they are willing to pay you the profits for the unlawful sales that they have gained by the use of your intellectual property. It's important that you notify these infringers as soon as possible. in order to avoid what is called a laches or estoppel argument. Laches meaning you allowed the infringer to continue to use the mark for a significant period of time, and then courts are somewhat sympathetic to parties who've used trademarks for a long time and a trademark holder has done nothing about it. Take, for example, Domino Sugar Company. Many people know that when they buy sugar, Domino is a famous brand for sugar. But Domino sat on its laurels and did not move fast enough against Domino's Pizza. And the judge, after Domino Sugar sued Domino's Pizza, said, "You're famous, all right, Domino Sugar, but just for sugar." The laches argument that Domino's Pizza used was successful. So you have to police your brand. But the best way is to hire someone like me, Leo Stoller. I'm an expert in policing trademarks. I've been doing it for over 30 years. I've been involved in over 60 district court proceedings, and I have an entire facility set up for discovering infringers. And for a nominal amount, I could set up a strategy and a program for your business which would help you do what you do best, which is run your business, and I could do what I do best, and that's find infringers for you. I would contact the infringers, do all the negotiations with the infringers, get a power of attorney from you so I could act on your behalf in terms of dealing with lawyers if we had to retain counsel. But more importantly, my name alone, Leo Stoller, out in the infringing marketplace, is well known not as an infringer, but as a strong policer of infringers' rights. Not infringers' rights, they have no rights, but a strong policer of infringers. I could help you. The biggest asset most companies have, which they don't even realize, are their intellectual property. The name of the business, the patents that they have, and the copyrights. They are a form of wealth creation. They are worth a certain amount to your company, but they are worth more to the world. And I could help you better than you could help yourself protect those intellectual property rights and recover a substantial amount of revenue from suing people who infringe your intellectual property rights and or licensing. You get revenue, a huge revenue stream from licensing those intellectual properties to third parties who will then use those properties on different products than what you're selling, but you'll get a lot of benefit from it by merely allowing me to license your properties to third parties and or settle the controversies which you're involved in. My name is Leo Stoller. I'm located here in Chicago. My telephone number is 312-545-4554. 312-545-4554. My address is 7115 West North Avenue, Oak Park, Illinois, 60302. My email address is ldms4@hotmail.com. And please come and visit my blog at renimark.blog.com. And I look forward to helping you secure your trademarks and helping you create wealth through the strong enforcement of your marks.